There's a week each year when an entire city seems to hold its breath. Winter hasn't fully left. Jackets are still out. But the light feels different, softer, longer. People start looking at the trees like they're waiting for a signal. And then it happens. Not an explosion, not dramatic. Just tiny hints of color appearing almost overnight. It only lasts a few days. That's why no one wants to miss it. But what's really interesting isn't what happens to the trees. It's what happens to the people. Here, they don't celebrate what lasts. They celebrate what fades. The blossoms open, reach perfection, and then begin to fall. No panic, no sadness, just acceptance. Some people take time off work just to sit beneath them. Others arrive at sunrise to claim a spot. It's not tourism. It feels more like a quiet ritual. In a city known for speed and flashing screens, everything slows down. For a few brief days, even time feels softer. Picture walking along a canal. Above you, a pale pink ceiling stretching for blocks. Below, the reflection shimmering in still water. As evening falls, soft lights switch on. Petals drift through the air. You don't know whether to film it or just stand there. Couples barely speaking. Friends laughing over convenience store drinks. Someone alone, just looking up. The city is still massive, still futuristic. But for 1 week, it feels deeply human. The beauty isn't just visual. There's a philosophy behind it. The idea that things matter because they don't last. If the blossoms stayed for months, they wouldn't feel the same. That's what makes this season almost therapeutic. You can't postpone it. You can't catch it next month. If you want to experience it, you have to be present. And that changes the way you travel. In the morning, you might cross the busiest intersection on the planet. By afternoon, you're sitting beneath trees that have stood for generations. That contrast is addictive. Ultra-modern skylines beside centuries-old temples. Anime and films have captured this scene perfectly. Petals drifting in slow motion, quiet nostalgia in the air. Even local celebrities wait for this week for photo shoots. Because this isn't just a bloom, it's part of the country's identity. The exact timing is never guaranteed. It can come early or late. Everything depends on the winter. People follow bloom forecasts like sports scores. There's even a word for the peak moment, when every branch is fully open. And when it arrives, you know the countdown has started. A few windy days later, it's over. The city moves on, like nothing happened. By now, you've probably guessed it. This is Japan, more specifically Tokyo in March, when cherry blossoms transform parks, canals, and temple grounds into something almost unreal. Places like Meguro River and Ueno Park turn into soft pink corridors. But it's not really about where, it's about when. Traveling here in March isn't just sightseeing, it's timing. It's aligning yourself with a moment that refuses to wait. Maybe that's why people who experience it once often come back, not to recreate it, but to feel that pause again. Because watching something beautiful fall apart, gently, quietly, has a strange way of putting everything else into perspective.